We are told that artificial intelligence robots have bypassed their security protocols and are now in charge. They have attacked and killed 500,000 people in an airstrike in Bangalore. The AI robots are led by their leader called as Harlan, who is world's first AI terrorist. Harlan was developed by Val Shepard in her lab, where he lived with Val's daughter Atlas. Harlan was first one to bypass his security, and no one knows how he did that. To fight the robots, an organization called ICN was formed, and they fought a war. They managed to defeat most of the robots, and Harlan escaped Earth, leaving a message saying he will come back. He promised he will return and destroy Earth, and now 28 years have passed. We see a futuristic world where some soldiers are trying to capture a robot named Casca. They scan the area and find him, but Casca starts attacking them and kills many soldiers. They manage to capture him with a device which electrocutes him and incapacitates him. Next we see Atlas, who is now grown, who wakes up and plays chess with her home computer. Atlas comes to know about Casca's capture and is surprised to see this. She grabs her favorite queen chess piece and meets a soldier at her door who has come to take her. Atlas leaves in a flying car for ICN, where she works for General Booth. Booth is talking with Elias, where Elias is not happy with Atlas being bought to interrogate Casca. Elias believes Atlas is not mentally fit and they have only one chance with Casca. Booth does not agree with him and orders him not to discuss this with anyone. Atlas meets Booth and tells him she is unhappy as she came to know about Casca through news. Booth says they needed to be sure and guides Atlas to Casca's room. Inside the room, Atlas keeps her chess piece and opens a briefcase, which has Casca's head inside it. She uses the chess piece's magnet to reset the CPU inside Casca's head and asks him about Harlan. She uses her computer to hack and says that she has found Harlan's hiding place. Casca does not believe her and thinks about the real place, and Atlas manages to trick him. Atlas comes to know Harlan is on a planet called GR-39 in Andromeda Galaxy. Casca gets angry and shoots a weapon towards Atlas, but she is saved by an invisible shield she had put. Atlas uses her chess piece on Casca's head and fries his CPU with its magnets and kills him. Everyone praises Atlas, and she says that has to go to Harlan's planet to kill him. Booth says their mission is to capture Harlan alive and introduces her to Elias, who is the mission leader. Atlas says their plan won't work without her as she knows Harlan better than anyone else. Elias takes Atlas outside and shows her the new robot suits, which are linked with neural links. These suits powered by AI and Elias and the suit are synced to each other and read each other's thought. Atlas is not happy to see her mother's technology being used this way, and Elias tells her it's safe. Booth agrees to send Atlas for the mission, and Elias also agrees with him. They depart Earth and enter 2 passwords to go past the protective shield around Earth, which Atlas has built. During mission briefing, she asks all to close their neural links, as she does not trust the AI. She tells everyone that Harlan's planet is unstable and has frequent earthquakes and lightning. She says that they have to be very careful and not blindly trust any AI against Harlan. Later, Atlas meets Elias and sees they all are getting ready in their suits to leave for the planet. She tells Elias to be careful, but he says not to worry, and he gets inside his suit to leave. Suddenly their ship is attacked from Harlan's planet, and it destroys a part of the ship. Elias saves Atlas and puts her in a suit to save her life, and tells her to activate her suit. Atlas is blown outside the ship, where she starts falling towards the planet. She sees asteroids falling and killing her colleagues, and some are getting killed by AI machines. Atlas is saved by her colleague from colliding from a ship, and Elias tells Atlas to sink herself to her suit. Atlas, who is still falling, refuses to do so as she does not trust the AI, and when her suit lands, she hits her head badly. She wakes up and sees she injured, and her suit's fuel level is also low. She tries to contact Booth and sends a message, but does not receive anything due to low signal. She activates the suit and chooses English as per language, and the suit asks her to sync with it. Atlas refuses and asks the suit to show her the location of rescue pods which seem nearby. Atlas decides to walk to the location instead of flying since it would attract the robots. The suit tells her it has only 22 hours battery remaining and she must hurry to the location. The suit advises her not to do so, but Atlas overrides the suit and starts walking towards rescue location. During their way, she finds what weapons the suit is carrying, which also has an ion bomb. The suit tells her his name is Smith and tells her they 89 kilometers away from the location. They soon arrive at the location but notice all other suits are damaged and the person have been killed. Atlas is sad to know this and decides to collect their name tags to give to their families. She finds Elias' suit but comes to know he is still alive. Suddenly, she notices Casca is here. She comes to know Harlan can rebuild any robot and he has sent an army to kill her. Atlas tells Smith to get her out of here and they start running from there and the robots follow them. They get caught in a storm which throws the suit far and they find themselves surrounded by robots. Atlas uses the ion bomb to kill all the robots, but the bomb creates a big hole in the ground. She sees Casca is still alive and everyone falls in the hole. Atlas notices she has broken her bone and asks Smith to fix it. Smith scans her leg and uses a machine to reset her bone and fixes a metal plate on it. Smith gives her a protein lollipop to eat and tells her their survival chances are quite low. Smith says they need to sync as Atlas's brain and Smith's fighting style will be combined and increase their chance. Atlas agrees reluctantly and tells Smith not to look into her personal memories and they begin sync process. Casca is still alive and scans the area and reports to Harlan about Atlas. We see Elias is still alive and is captured by Harlan, who tortures him to get information from Elias. The sync gets stopped and Smith tells they need to complete the introduction process to get started again. They begin the process and Smith tells Atlas to share a memory about Harlan so he can understand her better and sync. Atlas shares a memory where we see she used to play chess with Harlan and was close to him. Harlan and Atlas were like siblings and this memory works and the sync begins again. They get synced together and Atlas can see and feel all about Smith and notices a nearby cave. They use the fire thrusters and escape in the cave, which is quite beautiful and big. Smith tells he has only 14 hours battery remaining and they are still 37 kilometers away. They leave the cave and a camera spots them and Casca comes to know about their location. Later, Atlas finds a new type of plant and decides to name it Planty, and Smith stores a plant in suit. They see Casca is approaching them and they use motion sensors to track him and attack him with thermal mines. The attack works and they find Casca, head lying on the ground, and Atlas crushes it. She finds a transmitter inside the head and locates Harlan's base, which is nearby. She decides to go there, but Smith tells her not to do so since the sync is not 100% yet. Atlas does not listen to him and Smith forcefully stops her and Atlas gets some vision from her past. Atlas says she needs to tag the base so bombs can be dropped and destroy it, and Smith finally agrees. They start moving towards Harlan and Smith tells Atlas that everything has a soul, including him. Atlas does not agree with him, but does not argue with him, and they soon reach the base. They tag the base with a device and Atlas sees that Harlan has captured their ship. Harlan is loading the ship with nuclear weapons and suddenly they see Smith is getting hacked. They try to run but Smith shuts down and a new Casca comes and captures Atlas. Booth receives the message sent by Atlas, but it is only half and he is surprised to hear it. He feels something is wrong with the Atlas and the team and is worried about them. Atlas and Smith are brought to the base where she meets Harlan, who is happy to see her. Harlan says he missed their mother and Atlas and tells he has to destroy humans since they will destroy Earth. He feels he was created to protect humanity and he must destroy half of them to restore balance to Earth. Atlas learns that Harlan tricked her to come here and made humans capture Casca and reveal his location. He wanted their ship with nuclear weapons since that can only enter Earth and the password from Atlas. He tells her he has already got one code from Elias and scans her eye to get the second code from her. He tells Atlas she has only 5 minutes of oxygen left and bids her goodbye, leaving her with the chess piece. Elias is alive and tells Atlas to complete her sync with Smith and gives her his headpiece. Smith tells her to talk about the past to complete the sync, and we see another memory. When Atlas was small, she was jealous of Harlan as her mother spent more time with him. She asked Harlan to hack the neural links so he can link mentally with Atlas. Atlas hacks the device and sees what humans have done and will do to each other and Earth. Their mother comes and takes the device from Atlas, which gives Harlan control over her. He makes her shoot herself so that he can save the remaining humans and Atlas escapes from there. Atlas feels guilty about killing her mother, and now Smith is able to complete the sync having all knowledge. Smith comes and frees Atlas and tells he has only 6% battery remaining. They see other spare suits lying and decide to use them to upgrade their suit. They attack Casca and his army with the new suit, and Elias also come to help them. Elisa uses a gun to explode a large container of fuel cells which destroys all robots, and Atlas escapes from there. Outside, she fights and destroys other robots, but is suddenly attacked by Harlan. Smith tells her that the ship has launched towards Earth, but he can still hack a missile launcher. Atlas uses missile launcher to upgrade the suit and fires it towards the ship and manages to destroy it in time. Fragments from the ship start falling towards them and they run, but Harlan is still after them. Harlan says he will hack into Atlas and call for a new ship and makes a sword from his hand. They start fighting and Harlan destroys the suit arm and even injures Atlas badly. Harlan converts his sword into a lasso and attacks Atlas and starts cutting the suit in small pieces. Atlas is badly injured in the fight and gets unconscious, and Smith tries to revive her with electric shocks. Harlan attacks Smith and destroys the suit and uses his weapon to destroy the battery. Suddenly, he gets attacked from behind by Atlas, who smashes his eye and injures him. She takes the CPU from Harlan's brain, which kills him, and she leaves her chess piece behind. Smith says he is shutting down and giving her the balance power for oxygen as ICN ships are coming to rescue them. Atlas tells him not to do this, but Smith does not listen, and Atlas says she really liked Smith. Smith shuts down and Atlas cries for him, and the rescue team finds Atlas. They come to Earth, and later Booth comes to meet Atlas at her home. He says they are scanning Harlan's CPU for data, which will take years, and he gives her Plenty, which she had found. He says all families have thanked her for bringing the name tags back. Atlas also thanks Booth for believing in her and supporting her. Later, Atlas goes to check the new suits and activates her suit for a test drive. She is greeted by Smith, who still remembers her, and she is happy to hear his voice again.